do, but their beer tickets, you have to buy like a card. So you put $50 on a card or whatever. Well, the card that we had from a couple years ago, they went bankrupt, so if you had money on the card, you're either out that or you had to go to their ticket office and figure it out.
What if you didn't use it, you don't get the money back?
Unless you go and finagle it around because
When
it's
did
bankrupt,
this
you
get
can't,
sent?
because you used to be able to just log in and add
Pretty
more
dated.
to it.
She said yesterday about him.
So it's a new way. You
So
know,
you
you
don't
don't
have
have
the
the
card.
money that way, 'cause then
Yeah,
he's gonna turn it in, put $50 on, they might only spend 20, and then they forget they have to have the 30, you know? The fair board did good.
That's right. They profit.
Always amazed me how that county could have such a, yeah, and have the draw.
Well, even, Buchanan has some good ones.
Yeah.
Never got it.
You got her now. You see her? It's just a friendly wave. You see that all the time on semis.
Nine bells, folks. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You fellas had a chance to look at the minutes.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. What else we got?
Well, you wanna wait until law contracts with Ron this year?
Yep,
I have recorder, general assistance, quarterly reports.
yeah, but Melinda probably ain't coming in, right?
She'll be in, yeah.
She will.
Yeah.
We'll wait
I
on that
think
one,
so.
too.
Well, she did email it to me, but I do believe she'll
Yep.
come in.
How about the,
This is too.
which one that,
Quarterly and the general assistant.
yeah, you wanna wait till she comes?
These are recorder and general assistant ones.
Okay.
But with your license. I had a phone call. Somebody from Tama County resident, just questioning on our cameras and being transparent and how we went about starting that.
Hmm.
She was impressed.
Really?
I had a resident ask me about that not very long ago, so I assume,
I didn't know what to call it, because she was asking like for costs and stuff.
This is item number 8. I'd make the motion that we accept the recorder's quarterly report.
second,
All in favor?
I,
You want this initial on top?
Or the back, or wherever, just as long as it's initial, is all they need to check. The auditors will look at that.
yeah, Tama County's got, you know, they're looking to expand or make it more transparent for meetings.
How about the next one?
This is general assistance, and make the motion that we approve that one as well.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
trouble with, wind towers going up.
That's what I figured there was some controversy going on.
Reading that, Gary, we'll jump to Mark Greenlee. Okay, Mark,
I'd like to set a land use hearing for Ron Boyer for Tuesday, August 16th at 9:15.
Make a motion that we set that public hearing for Ron Boyer, August 16th, 9:15 a.m.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
What else you got, Mark?
I'd like to set a land use hearing for Don and Diane Bolts for Tuesday, August 16th at 9:30.
I'm gonna make that motion to set that public hearing for Don and Diane Bolts, August 16th, 9:30 a.m.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
an exemption application that comes from Kim Doolin of Benton. Kim wants to build a new house in the timbered area on land that he owns in section 228510. City limits of Benton, and you come out. His property is right here on both sides of 59th Street Drive, just east of town. At that location there, as you can see on his application,
Where it is located?
I got a good idea on the map here. It's between where they dump the wood chips and back.
to be north of where they want to take.
North of that?
Yeah, go through Stony Arch, the lower road, there's your leaving town, and then it winds around, goes back up on top of the hill. That's where Doolin's Hidden Valley Campground has been for years. This is just to the west of that. Right.
And this corner right here is where the old dog town would be located.
Okay.
Straight north of the old animal shelter there. He owns a total of 42 acres, a little bit more at that location. It's on both sides of 59th Street Drive, as I stated. On his application, he stated that he's got 25 acres that's in pasture, and he rents it out for gentleman that has land adjoining him. You know, he runs cattle on that 25 acres, and he also has 17.5 acres that's in corn soybean rotation. He wants to put the house, I think there was a little text there. He wants to put the house up here in the timbered area, or the northern part of the acreage that he owns, right up in here. And as I said, there's farm ground on both sides of the road there. Our ordinance states that he has to have a minimum of 21 acres is in production, which he does, so he qualifies for the farm exemption.
Trying to figure out on this map where that would be.
I'm sorry, Rick?
Trying to figure out on this map where that would be.
He's here and he's here. If you go up here along the yellow line, this is where the old house was that Megan Ruth lived in.
Yeah.
Mark owns that now.
Right.
Hidden Valley Campground's all this that Matt owns.
Right.
Kim's is this here and this right there.
Okay. And so he wants to build on this side of the road.
Yes, he wants to go on the north side, he's in the timbered area, not on the ground that's producing.
That should be high ground.
It is all high ground,
Okay, good.
except for down in this area down in here.
Okay.
That is part of floodplain down in there.
Yeah, I would say, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So there's no reason not to approve it.
No.
We approve it.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
How are you? Good, how you doing? Good. Mark? How you doing? Glad to meet you.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You haven't stored a copy of this with the original that I got it? Yep. This new postal first, and then this one for the trade. And then I've got a copy of this that you guys had sent me before. I just put the numbers in there. Well, and then we're gonna draw it out into right away. Okay. And then access what they shared. Not a street per se, but. You know, this is pretty close to what's going here if we need that. Yeah, other than we're goblins, sorry, I'm calling that lot 3 now. Okay, alright, yep. And then I'm gonna copy the resolution for you too. Perfect. Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, nothing cool.
Hi, Ron, how you doing?
Very good.
Make a motion that we approve that liquor license for Hy-Vee.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right. I didn't realize they did that.
I just seen that one before.
Okay, Mark.
Today's agenda here, we have a variance request on behalf of MMS. This is Rick from MMS, Rick, our board of supervisors, Tracy Seaman, Jerry Gershank, Rick Primer, our county auditor, Haley Ripple, Sheriff Tippett's over here, and Barbara from our office. Nice to meet you. I've given you some paperwork here that's involved with this request. If you remember a few weeks ago, we had a land use hearing involving Nutrient, which was just on the very north edge of Blairstown in the unincorporated area. It was right down here in section 13 of Leroy Township, just north of town. By virtue of the fact that Nutrient was wanting to buy land from Mr. Tice that owned the property there, JGT Promotions is listed as the owner. Basically, Nutrient is buying the parcel, some of the parcel that Mr. Tice owns there. And also in the process, if you recall, there's a veterinary clinic that exists there. That veterinary clinic owns, and I try to show you here on the maps that we have, hope everybody can see this. The veterinary clinic is right here, just to the north of the site that Nutrient wanted to buy. The veterinary clinic's land runs north-south like this, parallel to the highway. What they'd like to do is, the term used was swap. Basically, they'd like to trade, exchange some land here. The veterinary clinic would like to have part of the parcel that's behind them to the east rather than to the north. By virtue of that exchange, they would give Mr. Tice back the land to the north. So part of this process here, and then also they're dividing this land over here that Nutrient was wanting to buy. They didn't buy the whole piece. This is the part we did the land exchange on. But by virtue of doing this exchange, we've created one parcel, two parcels, and then three parcels. Okay, so that makes it subject to our subdivision ordinance. I suggested that in order to be able to do this, that you be asked to grant a variance to the subdivision ordinance, very similar to procedure that we've done in the past, whereby they would not have to prepare a preliminary plat. This is on a hard surface road, so it doesn't necessarily matter in respect to that, but as far as all the other improvements that we normally ask people to do if they're doing a full-fledged subdivision, I'm suggesting that we vary those provisions of the ordinance. They would then still prepare a final plat, and then they will go ahead and fill out all of the documents that are necessary to be filed with the final plat when it comes time to go to the recorder's office. So basically, this is fairly similar to something that we've done in the past. It allows them to be able to do what they need to do, but they still are complying with the ordinance in respect to the fact that there will be a subdivision plat on file with it. By virtue of the fact that 3 new lots are being created, our ordinance basically says that there is a per lot fee. Actually, that was done by resolution by the supervisors years ago. There's $250 lot fee that goes along with this, so our expectation is that there will be a $750 check written to the department when these documents are getting ready to be done. And that would be at the time that they would bring you a resolution accepting the final plat. So again, everything would be in order, duly done. It's just that you would be varying some of the provisions of the ordinance. The last page of the packet that I handed you is a copy of that resolution. And it lists all of the sections that we are varying, if indeed you're willing to do that. Yes, I gave mine, I have it, here we go. Article 4, sections 4.01 through 4.05. Article 5, 5.01 through 5.07. Article 6, 6.2 through 6.03 and 6.05. And then Article 7, 7.01. The sections that still remain in effect are the requirement to prepare final plat and do all of the attachments to the final plat to record the documents.
Your backyard, any issues?
So you're gonna,
Does it make sense what we're doing there?
Kind of, sort of, not really, but that's okay.
I've got one here that might help
He's
out
got
a lot.
He's got a bigger rendition of it, if you'd like to see that. This was the entire property that Mr. Tice owns. This is the existing lot for the veterinary clinic. This is the part that Nutrien wants to buy in the south side, so we're creating these two lots right here by virtue of changing it around. This larger part is creating a new lot here out of that. That's all that we're doing.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I'll make the motion that we approve the variance.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye.
That's by resolution.
Okay, Primer, aye. Heeman, aye. You want one of these signed?
Please.
One's probably two of them.
Couple of them. Right
Double
there.
them. Okay, I'll start one from this way. You can have that.
All right.
Look, they have it. Thank you. Yeah, that colored map makes it a lot easier. to
Yeah,
follow.
okay.
Thank you.
And everybody has, got access there, so they try to wait. It is all shared guidelines. So,
This is all what Tice is gonna retain. This is where the veterinary clinic is, and they're expanding to the east, and this goes back to Tice, and that's where, this part right here is what Nutrien has. If they're coming in, that's where the existing Quonset is, and then they'd be building their new fertilizer storage shed here.
so there isn't any crop around them to watch production.
Remember, we did the land use change on that, it's just all mowed grass, not been in production since a long time.
So there's a parking for them. Yeah.
On this one,
I see here. Yeah, they're gonna, I kinda forgot about the pole track back there.
This is the boundary.
Do they still do poles?
This is where the tractor pole is, and then the bleachers.
I don't know if
They're
they're
building that.
scheduled this year or not.
Usually,
There's a September with sign up.
usually like a liquor license for
Well, yours.
that. You want one of those back mark? You have that one?
Please.
When are you gonna start? Building.
he's a surveyor.
He's doing, they're doing the survey work
Yep.
for
No idea
Tice.
when things are happening. No problem.
or what it's gonna look like? I'm going to copy this and then have it send an email, or read a copy of that. So
Everything else is done with the time items, right? Well, we got two time items, Jeff. Ron?
Yes, sir.
What do you got?
Final plat?
I have the 2080 agreement with, Brandy Ruin for our sexual assault response team. This would be the cooperative effort with the, 5 other counties.
This is our second year.
This is our second year with this.
It's working good.
Yes.
Remember they replaced the Riverview Center?
Anything changed from the other 20, I mean, the other last year's?
There's
agreement?
just a small wage increase.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
No, actually, it was prorated last year.
It was like $6,300 or
It
more.
was done last year.
Last year it was prorated from that 6,500, correct? So, let's say one county has need or bunch of usage. Is that all already set? Which county? Let's say that county has a bunch of usage. How's the cost each or?
It's just flat. Just fee.
According to this, it's just that $6,500 for the year,
Yep, it's flat.
no matter how much you use.
We have a monthly meeting with her. She puts together a couple of trainings, and then along with her regular things that she does for us, casework.
Usually we have to approve it by resolution when we have 2080,
That would just be a continuation of.
I make the motion that we authorize the chair to sign that 2080 agreement.
Second.
All in favor of the resolution? Primer, aye. Seaman, aye. here's the time item, 9:30.
You guys need copies of this to look at the, semi-annual report.
I printed it.
You already need a copy. I had to do a correction from last December's because I forgot to put the $1,975 in green tax in. So I did a corrected one for December, and then I have the one for this year. Or this last year.
So you want to do two different motions, Charlie? One to correct the,
Make a motion to approve the corrected.
Do I have a second?
Yes, sir.
All in favor of the correction?
Aye.
Aye.
You need to sign it, have it signed.
yeah, you have to publish it next year. Right?
Need a motion to
Okay, now
accept
you
the
want to see.
semi-annual report. So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You want a couple copies?
At least one sign.
I can let mine go.
Over the actual, the end of June 30th one.
Yeah.
That's fine, let's sign that one.
And then I'll sign it, so. I need to sign with the auditors. I don't know if I need to sign with the auditors.
Yeah, and then they always have to put the club one.
Okay, I'll sign another one. Get another one.
Another one, what, ends June 30th?
Yeah, I got another one here for
I
that.
got one here.
That way I have one and then Haley has one for the paper. Oh, you might.
I only publish the front part, so usually.
Okay.
That's okay. I think that's always been fun.
It is, that's why I understand it. Yeah. I don't know if the other people know what the other.
Oh, this is correct.
That's fine. I'm in the January one.
Yeah, that's the correct one.
Need another corrected one?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
Just got to do the corrected and then I have it corrected.
And Gina tell you, you know, like that other one was.
No, I haven't talked to him.
Yep, we already know what that one is.
Okay.
So if you stop in, we can ask the person.
Yeah, I have a question to ask you about something anyways.
Right.
Oh, they haven't approved by June 30th.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. You changed the corrected the
Okay.
new one.
All right. I'm leaving you guys.
Thank you,
We'll
Melinda.
go work on mobile home tax deeds.
I have all the letters in there.
I approve mobile home, I can
So,
do, but I didn't buy one part then.
Um,
There's a part I can do up until you get rid
Can you double check in my packet when I pack?
Is there something I have to do before you do the final? Okay. We're ahead of you this year.
Don't change fast.
We're doing good. All right, thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. Now we'll do the contracts for Mount Auburn, Laverne, and Garrett. So we
Those amounts stayed the same from last year, right?
Yes.
For next year.
We'll be sending out letters so we can enter into those talks with people. Along with the dispatch. So,
Well, then I will second the motion to have the chairman sign this. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Haley, do you have his order report with you?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, it's over yonder, okay.
many people, you gotta take care of all this stuff. Basically three. One main person. Karen compiles the end report, but there's three people doing the civil work.
Got one. And the last thing on to the clerks.
Good, thank you.
Pearson?
Yes.
Thank you.
On your report, April sure was a skimpy month, wasn't it?
You never know when.
Wow. About a tenth of what May was.
And
Well, not quite, but yeah.
let's say we had a bunch of, one month there, we had numerous sheriff sales come through.
Must have been May.
Actually sold them a week ago. Usually they end up going back to a financial institution. But occasionally somebody buys one. They're generally not any bargains.
Make a motion to approve the sheriff's quarterly report.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, Nicollet, don't you?
What's that?
Nicollet, don't you? Oh, okay, yes. Sorry.
Or you want the initial front page on top?
Yeah. Now it's done. Any report?
Well, 2 weeks ago, at a Heartland meeting, and good news for the sheriff, the increased limits on special equipment, such for your deputy vehicles, went from 20,000 to 30,000 at no charge.
50% increase.
Yep.
That's good.
And the deductible is $100 per car.
That's very good.
Yeah. So I thought that was very interesting to see that happen. Just to note that under the Heartland policy, we do not have flood coverage for anything. That's just FYI. We have flood insurance for those items that need it. That's just a reminder. And September 22nd is when we'll have the employment practice seminar. That's usually, was that Otter Creek?
Yeah.
Not Otter Creek.
Yeah,
I
they
think
have
that's
it the last 2 years.
Correct. So that's the 22nd. And from there, it was business pretty much as usual. I will get with Kristen down the hall about harassment training. See what
When I
we're doing.
passed this out last week, I don't know if you saw it from those, you know how that appraiser guy went around the buildings.
Okay.
So he did a nice job putting it together.
Good.
So if you guys want it, we'll just keep it for reference. But
I think you should.
it even has all the power states too.
And that would be what I had for reports.
Did they ever get the new addition
That's
done?
what I heard.
Talking
More of
about
that.
in addition, where?
Fort Dodge. We'll find out Thursday.
This is totally different.
Yeah.
So, they can't really do a change order on us already.
Oh, Eldora.
Yeah.
Eldora. That's different. No, it's not that yet.
Exactly.
What's the occupancy?
We're locked in.
You know,
I don't know off the top of my head, but, yeah.
I'm not sure how that's all right. That house with this, not knowing this information, is amazing.
All has to do with the number of beds.
You would have thought this would have been done up front.
There's more beds than they have license for. If that makes sense. But the new addition is for adult waived units. That's what it's for.
Are they still getting counties?
Auburn last night.
It's huge.
Calling Auburn's interested last night.
Oh, I didn't.
And easy call this last week again, a Zoom meeting, policy. No big deal.
Listen, never stops.
Whatever. You got anything? All right, I'll take a motion.
You got it. You're adjourned.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.